It's Saturday. It's the 11th of September. It's 5:30 in the morning. It's the 3 Lochs Ultra.
This has been worth waiting for, hasn't it?
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
6:30 in the morning now, and arrived at Lochs car park, Lochs South. So they've done a bit of a deal with the car parking where it's just costing us a £5 to stay here for 24 hours. I think that's courtesy of Lochs Estates, which is very helpful, to be honest, because it would have cost us £1 an hour. So that's, well, it's selling £24, isn't it? Whichever way you look at it. Mr. Arrochar, getting yourself ready?
Morning.
That's Mr. Arrochar getting ready. Right, we'll pick this up when we get over to the marquee and get to registration. But yes, it starts. Just had breakfast. What do you have for your breakfast?
Porridge and a bacon sandwich.
Porridge, bacon sandwich and a wasp. I had a full breakfast in a bun, which was fantastic. So 12 minutes till the off. Weather's set fair, no midges, everything's good in the world.
I just thought I'd better get hold of this contraption because I've not used a GoPro before, so this is like sort of my first go. But yeah, so obviously welcome from Tito the Troddler as well as Boardman. This is Team Yorkshire, is this? There's no individuals in this. There's no I in this team, is there?
No I in this team.
No I in this team. But yeah, we're really looking forward to this. It's been 2 years in the waiting, so can I wait?
Why did you sign up to this madness?
Absolutely, I had a good idea 2 years ago.
Get it started.
You ready?
Born ready. That moss.
Rodent. Here we are at the Carrick. How are you doing?
Look at this. The boys are back in town.
Hey? Why have they got way markers down here?
May send us all the way along the clubhouse and then round.
I offered them up that route, but I knew we're definitely going down here.
But one guy went.
You'll get there eventually, but
Yeah,
Are they
I would
split?
definitely take.
Both ways.
There's all the guys that were sprinting it have went this way, and then everybody else. One guy went that way, and then the whole
Yeah.
house just started going.
Nice to see you. Oh! Jumbo! So here we are at the Carrick Golf Course, which is where I work. Mr. Arrochar alongside me. Now there's been a bit of a split here because we're actually on the official route. Probably, I think, as far as we know, only around about 10 or 20 people have taken the official route. Everybody else has missed the route and gone up through the golf course, which is fine. It still gets them where they want to be, but it adds a little bit of elevation and a little bit of a detour. So that'll be interesting to see what happens when we all come together. So far going well. 4.3 miles in, an hour and 15 minutes, so making good time. Not too far off checkpoint number 1 at Lomond Shores. So we'll pick this up a little bit closer to Cameron House, I think, but all going well so far.
Yes.
This here is Mrs. Boardman's bee garden. Beautiful.
Right, well, I just sort of get hold of that camera because, you know, blooming old Tom O'Connor presenter there. I can't get a bloody look in camera. We can't have it all being bored, man, can we? So, welcome to Tito the Troddler. I'm here with Jim Brown. He's been in a tentative mood, let's say, yesterday and what have you, but he managed to get a few carling down his neck last night and it calmed him down no end. So we're back on track. We're absolutely pounding along, which Mr. Brown's quite You can't believe it, he's walking so quick.
Yes.
So we will eventually slow down, I can't say when, but at the moment we're just walking through the Carrick on Loch Lomond, as Mr Brown said, the home of Mr Brown's golf course. And I've got to say, it's so splendid at the moment. Weather's good, so fingers crossed. I don't know if I've got me on this thing or if it's gone straight on my head, but I'm an amateur. Anyhow, keep watching. You know what, Jim? You know what it is about golf? It's not about the size of your putter, it's how many strokes you take.
So here we are, checkpoint 1. Checkpoint 1.
Oh, we're going away now.
We're away.
Away.
Have you done everything you need to do?
Well, we've topped up with some water, so we've got a little bit of nose bag, but I've still got quite a lot of chocky bars and stuff, so we're all right, yeah. So that wasn't too bad then, wasn't it, Mr Brown, really, for a first stage. What we've done in that, and then 7 mile or whatever it is.
So that's good, so that's 8 miles.
8 miles.
And we've done that, oops, we've done that in 2 hours and 30 minutes. So we did have a little bit of a pacing plan for this. Hello.
Good morning.
We had a bit of a pacing plan for this, and we're on schedule for the first section.
Yes.
But there wasn't a lot of time spare with the first one. The second is a lot more generous. So a good walk down the Loch Lomond side, but now we actually cross over the A82 and we're going to head up the back of Ben Narnain over to Helensburgh. So now it starts to get, well, dare I say it, a little bit more attractive.
Absolutely, get back out in the wilderness a little bit for a little while.
So starting to climb now. I'm just going over the parapet, over the A82, which you can see there.
What is this?
So we both agreed that the first stage, which was 8 miles, was a perfect starter for this. Not least because it was flat and easy walking, so it gets all the limbs loosened up, wakes your body up, and then you've got a nice little checkpoint to restock, energy drink, water, biscuits and sweeties, that kind of thing, fruit. And now we start to climb. Nothing too arduous, but different terrain, and as far as I'm concerned, very welcome.
Aye, absolutely, yeah, it's been good so far.
So we'll get up here a little bit further and then we'll try to get some scenic views of Loch Lomond itself. So climbing up now, trying to get some fantastic views of Loch Lomond there. Just heading up towards the back of Ben Narnain. The climbing's nice, you know, it's a little bit different from the tarmac, and a little bit more to look at as well. Just short of 10 miles in now. No rain, very very fortunate. I think it's put something like 24 or 25 millimetre of rainfall down just in the last 2 days. We've got this 24 hours which is predominantly dry, and then it's due to rain again, which is, we're just so very lucky. Anyway, going well. I don't know where my partner is, he's just behind me. And thank you to everybody who sponsored it. I mean, this thing's been in the making for nearly 2 years now, and we really appreciate every penny that's gone towards Sue Ryder and Manorlands. So thanks very much.
Hey up. You still recording me?
I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like to say anything?
I'm gonna do a piece, I think. Or are you on back of yours? Do you want me to say a few words?
I'll stop it now. We'll start you again.
Tito the Troddler, finally got hold of the broom handle, or whatever you want to call it. So, as Mr Brown's told you, we're about 10 mile in. I think it's just important to just back up the bus a little bit and explain how this came about. So I'm going to try and be very brief. So basically, Jim started sending me a load of links through this Lochs 100, and I thought it was quite bonkers, but in all fairness, with the kick up the backside that I needed, decided to get into shape. So 3 times or 4 times I prepared, and this time we finally managed to get it over the line. So it's a big relief, but we're enjoying the challenge. Still got a long way to go, but we're out into the countryside a little bit now, so hopefully it should become a bit more pleasant. Look at that. Where are we, Jim?
So heading down from Ben Buoy towards Helensburgh. Right, dropping down into Helensburgh and just on the cusp of doing 12 miles. That's 12 miles up right now. 3 hours, 55 minutes. So very much ahead of schedule. Excellent pace. Been nibbling away on snack bars and keeping up the fluids. A few sprinkles around, but none of the rain that really threatened with the forecast. So very blessed so far, and a nice little breeze as well.
Absolutely.
Keeping things cool.
Yes, very good so far, Mr. Brown. I'm very, very impressed. The views are opening up. You've got a bit of blue sky, and it's very pleasant so far. Very good.
Right, well, let's get a bit of a first view of Helensburgh. Morning.
How you doing?
All right, mate. Drop down into Helensburgh now, so we've got this long walk, probably a couple of miles of a walk along the front of Helensburgh. I know there's nothing wrong with this. It's all part of the walk. It's different terrain, different views. It should be embraced. But it's not walking over hills and with beautiful views of lochs and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, as said, we will embrace this. Very close now to checkpoint number 2. So we'll pick it up a little bit further on and try and get a few more views of the borough. So I arrived at checkpoint 2 now. Everything going well. I've got some pasta, which is again same as a Great Glen challenge, very tasty. Tito's doing a little bit of a shock change. So everything going well. 15.4 mile in. 10 past 12. It's all going well, about 30 minutes ahead of schedule.
So we're still at checkpoint 2, and the great thing is for me on this walk is it's like having your own Sherpa with you, because Jim's walked most of the route already, so he's knows it like back of his hand. But we're a third of the way, well, just under a third of the way there really at the moment, and it's quite tough. I'm feeling a little bit weary, don't know about you, but I'm all right. But yeah, everything so far has gone to plan. So we've got new socks on. I'm sucking my boots into my speed goats, so hopefully, fingers crossed, you know, next 15 miles will get us to checkpoint 4 and we'll be looking good.
So this is the Hill House. Charles Rennie Mackintosh design, very, very famous. It's actually going through some kind of refurbishment at the moment. I think it's been being refurbed for the last few years. Every time I come past here, it's been wrapped up. Hi, fellow competitors.
I don't want to talk to you.
How are you feeling?
All right.
You a son of the desert?
I am. I'm not going to the mountains, I'm going to the convention.
Are you going to break with convention and go to the convention?
I'm at a convention.
Were you boss?
I'm not staying outside and getting double ammonia.
Double ammonia. Look who it is, everybody. It's Paul McLean.
Oh, running's not for me.
Look at these Bobby Dazzlers here. Look at these Solomons here. Look at these Bobby Dazzlers.
Oh, most comfortable trainers I have. How you doing?
I've just swapped from Solomons to these. These are the best trainers in the world. These
The Hokas.
Oh, it's
He
like,
introduced us to Hokas.
I know. I convinced him.
How are you?
I'm alright.
Good.
Enjoying myself.
Yes,
do
we
that.
are.
That's what it's about, isn't it?
You couldn't do it.
Yeah, I'm going to come a bit, eh?
Well, all right, good do.
You're,
Let's go.
Right, usual stuff. You know what I mean? You know.
I was wondering what the protocol was for last night.
And then it was tutting, nothing and puffing. But since then he's calmed down. He's got in a good frame of mind. We just blitzed it this morning, haven't we?
Blitzed it.
1.5 marathon, good for distance.
Yeah.
And then I was sort of getting down to.
You're not what I was expecting.
Well, that's
No.
what she said. She was very disappointed.
So he went on to regale her with the fact that he was of Spanish ascendancy. It tickled me, did that, and I laughed about that many times over the evening. Hola!
Spanish.
And now he could have told that story way better than me. Who thought that the Clyde could look so beautiful? So we're over the tops now from Helensburgh and we've dropped down into Glen Fruin.
What?
So rather than wandering along Glen Fruin Road
Doyle, yeah.
and dodging cars on that single track road,
We stopped in an old schoolhouse.
we've actually turned left and we're on
Where you
a...
stopped in it?
And Shane's schoolhouse.
Well, it looks like a forestry track and there's no forestry. I think it's an old electric board track, but I've never actually been on this, so this is around about 3 or 4 miles of new road for me. Glen Fruin is one of my favourite places. I've cycled it and walked it many times. Beautiful place and the scene of a fierce battle, or so they say.
So, Paul, we've got to get a bit inside track here because he tends to hug us a little bit. He's a little bit like, you know, Michael Winner, you know what I'm saying? Anyhow,
Calm down, dear.
calm down, it's only a commercial. Anyhow, go on, Paul, give us an inside track. What's Jim like at work? Be honest. Don't hold back. What do lads like about him and what don't they like about him?
Carefully.
His humour for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the amount of wind getting broken.
Got my comment on bits. So, the weather played a big part in that.
Is there a way over it?
That's all you need, isn't it?
What you seeing? Out and out.
There's a riverbed that sticks out over there a wee bit. And there's a bit back there you could maybe jump.
Okay, so we've just we're back on the main Fruin Road now after having to do a river crossing, which came as a little bit of a surprise, I don't mind telling you. So out of the three of us, Paul, Tito and myself, we all chose very different routes. So Tito went north looking for a crossing, and by the look of his Arrochars it was partial success. He's got dry feet but it's very muddy. I'll show you them in a minute. Paul had less success.
Well, I went south, and I went to go jump, a big jump, but I didn't have the reach of Usain Bolt, and I've got one wet foot, one dry foot.
And I took a completely pragmatic view, sat down, took my shoes and socks off, walked across the river, dried my feet, put some fresh socks on. I've got dry feet, clean socks and nice dry boots.
Not like being smug, is there?
Just saying.
2 or 3 different
It's
part
a-
1,
it's-
part
it's-
2.
It's a joint episode, it's discussed.
So just getting to the end of Glen Fruin now. Just coming up to 23 miles. Doing very well. That's 8 hours. Don't be confused, this is only the finish for the bronze people. So this is 23 miles. We're not even halfway.
Nearly halfway. Hola. Get it in first, you know what I mean?
Like that.
Yeah! Done it!
He's just crossed.
So Paul gone now, just away from checkpoint number 3 and heading out now above Gare Loch Head, which is down there, and through Glen Douglas military land. Very decent. A soldier opened it up for us, which was had its little sense of occasion to it.
You've got a new thing going on here, it's alright, just a bit of ventilation out at the top. More like Crocodile Dundee. Yeah.
Right folks, news. Still heading towards Glen Douglas on the tarmac. This is going to give way to gravel very soon, just round this corner, so a slight difference in terrain. Going well, or feeling it a little bit now. Me in the feet, Mr. T in the legs a little bit, but both strong, currently 25.6 miles in, so past halfway. That's brilliant news. Time wise, just short of 9 hours. 20 past 4 now. Sun's come out. It's turned into a lovely afternoon by the looks of it. Left the tarmac behind now and onto this forestry track, which makes it a little bit different. Cracking on at a good pace now. Over 28 miles and just short of 10 hours, 9 hours 55. Just passing through the glen now, heading towards Glen Douglas itself. Not too far, not too sure just how many miles we've got. I'll have to have a look on my map, but going really well. We just met a lady, she's doing the silver route, and just having a chat with her really, because we're going at very similar paces, and she's quite inspirational. She's absolutely flying along, and it turns out that she's done very few one-day long distance walks, but done many multi-days, including some 30 odd day hike in Spain, beaten cancer, you name it, she's done it. She's quite an inspirational lady, and she's been to some fantastic places. Tito's just chatting with her now behind. Where she walked in Spain, he knows the place very well, with him obviously being Spanish. So nice, it's passed the time very well. Doing very well. That's 30 miles up. So less than 20 to go, which is good news. Just dropping down to Glen Douglas, I reckon probably just over a half a mile or something like that. And then that's checkpoint 4, and also the final bag drop of the day. How you doing, partner?
Living the dream.
He means it.
Easy, innit? I'm going to try miles to go.
Sorry?
I'm only 19 miles to go. It's not like it's really difficult, is it?
Anyway, above Ardgarten, above the Ardgarten Hotel, which is always a good sign for me because it means I'm a little bit closer to home, and obviously it means that we're a little closer to finishing, which is excellent. 31.5 miles in now, and the next checkpoint, which we've just found out, is Tarbet, which is 4 miles away, where apparently there's food and drink if we want it. And then the silver finishes there, and they turn right, we turn left, and on its way to Glen Loin and gold. It's nice to get along here before it gets dark. I actually thought we'd be walking this bit in the dark because we're ahead of schedule, and it's by far the prettiest part of the route. So for all you future silver and gold 3 Loch Ultras. Get your foot down and you can get here before it gets dark. Over the hill to Arrochar. So that's the Tynes Bridge, and that was constructed probably about 5 months or so, something like that, but I am led to believe its official opening is in a couple of days' time on Monday. So it'll be Monday the 13th or something like that, by a load of dignitaries. Anyway, a fine bridge it is too. So just above Arrochar, so we're going to take the Tarbet Arrochar loop now and head out towards Tarbet, and then we will cross the road underneath the Arrochar railway station and then head out around the Glen Loin Loop. Hiya.
When you come back, you're going back up this hill. Oh, right, oh, it's lovely, isn't it? Back the hill.
You like, are you? You like, it's too down, I don't know what it is. How are you doing, alright?
Yes, I'm good. How are you?
Living the dream.
What dream is that?
Well, you know, I've just been shown a nice hill that we've got up at end, or should I say walk up. I think I might, wouldn't it?
I think I'll race you.
With my rucksack on, mate.
I'm going to race you. I'm going to race you up it.
I'll trip you up. There's no mistake about that. I ain't come here to finish second.
No. Oh. Right, so that's us through the silver. We're on his way now. This is just the gold route. So heading back from Tarbet now towards Arrochar. What can I say? We're going to have about 14 miles, something like that to do. But this is a tough 14 miles. Just a little bit of light left. So soon have the head torches on. We'll continue to video because I have a light, but they obviously won't be quite as often as usual, and there ain't going to be any scenery. So stay with us on this. 14 to go. I'm trying to turn my headlight off. There we go.
Are you doing alright?
I'm alright, I'm good. Right, we are 40 miles, 40.3 miles in, and we've been going 15 hours. 15 hours.
Murdering it.
I've absolutely no idea what time it is. It's about 10 o'clock-ish.
Caller.
No, after 10.
It's 8 minutes past 10, very prudent.
8 minutes past 10 at night, so we're actually doing a really good job. We're in the middle of a forest now, and we have to stop to obviously do this because this is really blinding, but we're making good time. Probably 2.5 miles away from checkpoint number 5.
I think so, yeah.
5, which is at bottom of Corrie Grove again. So I'll probably pick this up a bit there and we'll do a little bit of filming before we start to climb Corrie Grove again. But so far,
the weather's been fantastic, and I think that's been the biggest thing on the side. But it's not easy, is it? We are winning a little bit, but we're determined.
my feet are killing me.
There you go.
Right, nice to see you. See you soon. Yeah, nice to see you. To see you. Nice. So that's us through checkpoint number 5 now. Just waiting for my compadre to catch up. So, very good welcome, bit of soup, which was really good. So now we're just about to start climbing up Corrigro again now, which is this is the last sting in the tail. But basically, once we're up and over the top of this, which should take about half an hour, 40 minutes, we're in a great place. We'll get ourselves up onto the bealach between Ben Narnain and Ben Arthur. And then we've just got to watch a step going down the hill down to Arrochar, then checkpoint number 6 there, and then a couple of miles back to Tarbet, and all done. Pint of tents for me, pint of Guinness for my mate. Isn't that right, mate? Right, hello there. We're up at the top of Corrigro again now, so that in real terms is all the hard work done now. Basically, it's pretty much all the way downhill to Arrochar. Although we've got to be careful and concentrate because tired legs. 44 miles in, it is just past 12:30 at night. So way ahead of schedule. Going very, very well. Not a great deal else to say really. My feet are very tired, but everything else is good. I'm quite pleased. Sorry, just turn that off. Quite pleased how everything's going. I'm looking forward to getting home, and this may surprise you. Having a right nice drink of lager.
Okay. I'll tell you what, Jim, right? I want to make a confession. I don't say this very often, right? Before we climbed up there, I said, right, it won't be that hard. We'll have done things a lot harder than that. And undoubtedly I have. But I've got to say that right up there after 40 odd miles. There were times when I think, I've got to say, you just kept plodding on. I'm really, really impressed.
Beast, isn't it?
And that's the way I do, just keep knocking it off and knocking it off. And we did, we knocked it off. What do you say? Team Yorkshire can't be beat. No poopy pants here.
Still laughing. So here at the 48 mile mark, which is checkpoint number 6. So back in Arrochar. I'm not too sure if you can pick up Arrochar in the background, but we've probably got around about, well, 3 more miles to go, so it's going to break the 50-mile barrier. We're going okay. We're both a bit tired now. I think it's about 2:30 in the morning. So up over Corrigro again and back down from the cobbler, which are a bit of a bind, but nearly done now. Nearly done. Going for gold. It's been a long day, very, very long day.
Oh, what you did there, but what do you do? So what are you?
Like I said, we're very tired, and everybody's very, very tired, but it was a great success, and we eventually got to the end. I think Mr. Arana got his gold medal, as did I. What's to be said about it? Absolutely massive effort. We were very, very tired. We had a good day today, but ultimately I think the best thing I can do, whilst there were COVID restrictions on, we actually couldn't be presented with our medals. We had to pick them up ourselves because we didn't want to give each other viruses. So if I may, I would like to present Mr. Arana with his gold medal.
Thank you.
Just short of 50 miles, absolutely 50 miles.
And I'd like to return that favour, so come here, Mr. B. There you go, son.
Thank you very much. So basically, to everybody who sponsored us, we can't thank you enough. I don't know if Tito wants to say anything.
Yeah, I mean, it's just been an incredible experience. I mean, a great idea for Jim to have a go at this. And, you know, we've raised quite a lot of money for in memory of Judith, Jim's wife's mum, and it's been just an absolute pleasure to do that. And Jude said earlier on today, I'm sure they're watching ours, and I think they were, because they gave us the weather, that's for certain. But it's just been a wonderful life memory, really. And I couldn't share it with anybody better, mate, so that's all I can say. Thank you.
Thank you to everybody, and thank you to Ptarmigan Events for a great 3 Lochs Ultra.
Absolutely. Thank you.